Hi, it's Ronan from Planet 21, and I want to talk to you this morning about Cisco Webex boards and Cisco Webex Teams and how they bring together the power of the Cisco Webex platform to physical meeting rooms through three key features: wireless presentation, digital whiteboarding, and video conferencing. So there's been a lot of changes to Cisco Webex and Webex Teams and what used to be Spark and Spark boards over the last number of months, and it really is a collaboration solution that allows teams to work continuously before, during, and after a meeting. So what's the vision? We want to fuel people's desire to work together, but they're not always co-located. So how do you do that? Well, the Cisco vision is to help people work together wherever they are. And we achieve this by doing three things. Uncompromised collaboration. So you have all the tools needed to collaborate, as if you and I were in the same room. You have accessibility from wherever I'm working. So be that in a meeting room, be it at a home office, be it a desk in the office, or a shared space. And it all needs to be delivered in a simple package that doesn't complicate the user experience. And this is the piece that has been consistently missing over the years. No one has been able to deliver this in a simple way that everyone can understand. So what's required? This picture exemplifies what teams need to effectively collaborate. Let's take the example of an Agile team. For those unfamiliar with the Agile term or Scrum and Agile teams, it's basically a software engineering process that enables highly adaptive and fast development. So it requires extremely tight linkage between team members so that everyone knows what everyone else is doing. And everyone knows the next step required and who has responsibility for that next step. So what are the tools that Agile teams need to allow them to work effectively? They have a room where all key information is available, be that a prioritised list of activities, team members, assignments, and whatever current obstacles or challenges the team is facing. They need a simple means to move forward from presenting information to co-developing ideas to co-working as individuals of a sub-team or of the workflow. And to be able to deliver a solution that enables Agile teams to work when they are not co-located requires the digitization of two core concepts. And those two building blocks are rooms and workflow. So what are people doing in these rooms and spaces? Well, we believe people are engaged in creative teamwork. As an Agile team, you have a room, a physical room typically, where your creative assets are sometimes scribbled on whiteboards or on a wall or taped to the wall. And this is where your larger teams can come together for project updates, where your Scrum teams can huddle and iterate on ideas, where individual members can create and get things done. And the team rooms are also a place where people can move from one workload or activity to another seamlessly. So what defines these digitized spaces? Teams with whom I work. Let's look at the structure of any team. It's made up of the full team, sub-teams and individuals, and even sometimes adjacent teams. For example, the Cisco Webex Teams solution is made up of the entire solutions team as well as sub-teams for software and hardware development, marketing teams, sales teams, go-to-market teams, partner teams, etc. Therefore, what's needed is a flexible environment that allows us to create team spaces as needed based upon teams, sub-teams and individuals with whom we work. We also saw that creating together was more than what happened when people were meeting. What people do before meetings informs what they discuss during the meeting and what they do after the meeting. That's why we modeled the idea of spaces, just like any modern messaging app. At the heart of the messaging apps is the ability to create team spaces in a flexible way. The next task is to make sure that people can access these spaces from anywhere and on any device. So we needed a cloud-based solution. Team spaces need to be accessible from Apple iOS, Android, Mac, Windows, web applications. If we distill all this down to capabilities in our current apps, we have calling on audio or video, we have messaging and screen share. But we know people use other tools than this. For people to create together, they need more than just messaging. We need a real-time communication solution delivering audio, video, screen sharing and team collaboration. So what else is needed? We want to develop our ideas within our teams. Essentially, it comes back to content. I want to share content with my team, be it in a live space or offline, and it has to be in a secure way. I want to co-create with my team. So I need the ability to whiteboard and annotate. I want to capture notes and actions before, during and after my meeting and post them in the right place for all team members, whether or not they were able to attend the meeting. I want to be able to brainstorm new ideas together and capture them digitally and distribute them back to my team. So whether Cisco builds these or not, these are essential functions of team collaboration. We have an additional set of activities that users need to access, and it highlights two challenges. How do we deliver this increasing set of activities to our users in a simple way? And what does Cisco build, and what do we integrate with? For example, integrating Box for document management, Note for presenter. I'll talk more on integrations later on. So WebEx Teams, as it was, a messaging-centric platform for team working. Cisco Webex Teams today is now a complete collaboration platform. New capabilities include enhanced meeting services, whiteboarding, simplified navigation model to allow users to move seamlessly between activities and across clients. The Cisco Webex Teams app is a single app and unified interface across all devices. It starts with the app, and to do this right, Cisco had to redesign the user experience. A new intuitive user interface with an activity-based workflow that works the same on all your Cisco Webex devices, whether that be a desktop, an iPhone or video systems. You use one, you know the others. So it's more than meetings, files and spaces. With more than 50% market share with WebEx meetings, we really understand the way people meet better than anyone else. So we took the flows people use more often and incorporated them into Cisco Webex Teams. So you can see on this slide you have a participant list regardless of device or app. Cisco Webex Teams or Webex Meetings, all the same. You have controls for mute, unmute and eject participants. Or you can also schedule from inside WebEx Teams and join from Cisco Webex Teams. One tool, one company. Cisco. Some of the off-the-shelf integrations that are already there, the likes of Trello, PagerDuty, Salesforce, Box. And you also have your own DIY integrations. Your team, your tools, your work. With these enhancements to Cisco Webex Teams, we've created the most advanced collaboration suite in the industry. Cisco Webex Teams, the tool that works the way you do. The Cisco Webex Teams app delivers a solution for my personal devices. Now what about the room? To collaborate effectively in a physical room, users need local resources like a good presentation screen. They need whiteboards and a place to take notes. They also need the audio-video technology for remote participants, and they need it to be intuitive to use. Content-centric collaboration rooms today are a complex combination of technical and analog tools that don't work together. This creates critical challenges because what is available to customers today are complex layout of systems fighting for real estate, complex user experience due to multiple user interface devices, and complex and costly deployment. So when we set out to build the ideal solution, we said to our designers, we need a simple presentation solution, wired or wireless. We need a simple whiteboard. We need a simple audio-video connection. And we need a simple solution that's applicable to every room, not just for specialized rooms. We need it to integrate with our Cisco Webex Teams spaces, and we need it all in one device. The Cisco Webex board is a single device for any local or remote meeting in a conference room, enabling people to present, create and connect with others over audio or video conference. It is integrated with the Cisco Webex platform, allowing access to spaces and teams. The Cisco Webex board replaces all your old complex physical devices with easy to use apps integrated in a single system. Introducing the Cisco Webex board, a tablet on the wall designed for teamwork. Cisco Webex board is built for shared experience with your teams. Its cloud-based software merges tools for both communicating and creating in a team environment. Running on Cisco Webex, it automatically saves audio, video and chat history alongside any shared files, whiteboard drawings, and they're accessible on any device. Uncompromised collaboration experience is now available to users wherever they are. It's a wireless presentation screen, it's a digital whiteboard, it's an audio-video conferencing tool. Wireless presentation. As an all-contained device, the design aesthetics we employed with the Cisco Webex board was intended to clean up the conference room. We wanted the viewing experience to be beautiful. Thus, the Cisco Webex board does not require any wires for connecting to the presentation source. Wireless sharing is enabled by Cisco Proximity, which uses ultrasonic technology, and the 4K Ultra HD screen makes for an impressive presentation device and a beautiful viewing experience. Digital whiteboarding. The Cisco Webex board is a very high quality 4K digital whiteboard. Having 4000 pixels is critical. When you walk up to a regular digital whiteboard, you see the individual pixels, which can be distracting. The Cisco Webex board is also multi-touch. You can use your fingers or the special Cisco Webex board pen that comes with the system. Multiple people in the room or remotely on a device running the Cisco Webex Teams app can whiteboard, and it's automatically saved. You can also choose from 4 different pen colors to use on the Cisco Webex board, just like a typical analog whiteboard, except that content created on the Cisco Webex board can be synced with a virtual WebEx Teams space. Conferencing. The Cisco Webex board is an audio and video conferencing device. In the top bezel is a very discreet and powerful 4K P60 camera that will allow intelligent views capabilities such as automatically framing meeting participants. An array of 12 microphones in the Cisco Webex board allows for excellent audio pickup, so no additional microphones are needed on the table. An embedded video codec allows you to make audio and video calls on the system with the great Cisco experience that you're used to. The software is built for all the basic workflows that users need. In those workflows, whether it's meeting, messaging, calling, whiteboarding, finding people, or accessing saved files, the content within those activity circles is easily available to the user. The navigation also needs to be and is very familiar to users. For example, the concept of a home button and home screen is a staple of the mobile device. This is being applied to the Cisco Webex board, whether drawing and moving to make a call or messaging someone and moving back to those home screens. All moves are seamless and intuitive. The workflows on the Cisco Webex Teams application are also very similar and very familiar on this team tablet on the wall, making the user learning curve almost negligible. The Cisco Webex board is completely self-contained. Everything you need is in the device. There are no wires or separate user interfaces. Being a giant 55-inch or 70-inch tablet, the physical view draws users into the device. With nothing between them and the board, users realize that they can touch the screen and see familiar activity circles that they're already familiar with. Another key element of the Cisco Webex board design is scalability. Cisco has architected this beautiful device in 55-inch and 70-inch versions to deploy quickly and effectively without having to make massive change to the components of the system. The screens are edge-lit LED LCDs for both the 55-inch and 70-inch versions. The screens use capacitive touch, the same technology users have on their smartphones and tablets. This technology allows for 2-point multi-touch on the screen. What's this mean for the user? Well, basically, it allows for 2 people working on the board at the same time, collaborating on a whiteboard or a document. The Cisco Webex board has a 4K camera with a fixed lens and a field of view of 86 degrees, capturing virtually the entire room. There are 12 microphones that make up the microphone array in the top part of the Cisco Webex board, featuring intelligent technology to amplify the sound quality. It's almost like a mic has been extended to each speaker. In addition, System Intelligence automatically modulates the active speaker so that the perfect audio quality is delivered to the far end, whether the speaker is close to or far away from the Webex board. This is similar to Cisco speaker track technology, except that this is voice tracking. With the Cisco Webex board, we are able to track the active speaker in the room, ensuring remote participants get an excellent audio experience. There is one HDMI input for sharing content. However, sharing can be done wirelessly using Cisco Proximity in the Cisco Webex Teams application. Additionally, there's one home button at the bottom center of the screen, similar to smartphones and tablets, which leads the user to the home screen activity circles. The Cisco Webex board was built with many new software innovations. Together with Cisco Proximity technology, it's able to wake up and recognize you and suggest activities to choose from. It works like this. When users enter the room, the Cisco Webex board will automatically wake up. When a Cisco Webex enabled device is in proximity of the Cisco Webex board, it recognizes the user and makes a connection. This recognition is done by Cisco proximity and ultrasound technology. The Cisco Webex board sends out an ultrasonic signal from its internal speakers. The built-in microphones are able to analyze the ultrasonic frequency in the room, and if there's someone entering the room, it recognizes that person. In the Cisco Webex board are multiple built-in microphones that divide the room into different sectors to focus on the most active speaker in that room and to amplify their voice for the remote participants. Also, multiple microphones allow installing the unit in a wide variety of scenarios, making it very flexible to deploy. The built-in microphones can cover a room with 8 to 10 people and perform better than a table microphone. Since the Cisco Webex SmartBoard is cloud registered, everything created on it is stored directly in the Cisco Webex cloud and associated to a Cisco Webex Teams space. For instance, if a user is active on the Cisco Webex board and they leave the physical room, they can store their work to the Cisco Webex in the cloud. Later, work can continue from a different location and be accessed from multiple types of devices, like another Cisco Webex board or another Cisco Webex Teams App supported device such as a smartphone, laptop, desktop, tablet. The Cisco Webex board is a high-resolution 4K screen that can show highly detailed content. It comes in 2 different sizes, 55-inch or 70-inch. The industrial design provides simplicity for both installation and use. The device is not intimidating to new users because we've been very focused on ease of use and intuitive user interactions with the Cisco Webex board. Additionally, Cisco included a built-in camera in the screen bezel so that it's inviting for first-time users. In fact, it's inviting even when people are standing right in front of the screen. Without an obtrusive camera, you have a number of options for your environment for both the 55-inch and 70-inch versions. So mounting options, you have the floor stand, you have a wall supported option, and you also have the wall mount option, which comes as standard. So that's what's new with Cisco Webex Teams, the WebEx app, and the WebEx boards. Thanks for your time.